What is your overall assessment of how the team has performed this year and what lies ahead for the squad?
Yeah, I think there's some positives. I mean, I think the offense thing to this point has been as good as it's been since I've been the coach here, and that's saying a lot because we've had some good offensive teams. I think if you look at, Cameron's development, Matt Frazier's development, Dante's development, gives us a really dynamic top of the order. Matt Dyer's been very reliable in terms of taking good at bats. Nick is coming around over the last couple games. So I think there's a lot of different ways that we can score, and we have scored. And I like the trajectory of that right now. The defense piece obviously has been a little bit of a big issue. We're last in the Pac-12 in fielding percentage right now. I think getting Jacob Blast back, even though it was one game, really showed a little bit more of who we are. And so he'll go into shortstop and solidify that. And our players are working hard at that piece of it. The pitching side, I think the positive of last weekend was I think we got some guys in spots to be successful that strengthens our staff through more of the 9 innings of the game instead of at the beginning. And I think that's got a chance to be a real positive for us. But we have to pitch better. We have to eliminate the free base thing in terms of the walks and the hit by pitches. So I think it's in there in front of us. I think we have the players to do it as long as they continue to develop, and we're really staying in that mindset.
What's your take on the fielding percentage?
I think I think we just haven't caught and thrown the ball as well as I think that we are. I did not see an issue with that leading up to the season. I think our work was really quality. I think now that we're going to probably solidify the shortstop second base thing with Cameron's going to play second, Jacob's going to play short, that will help stabilize that will help neutralize that. I think Nick is a good third baseman. He made an error in one of those games last week, but he's really improved. So I think that piece gets to be how we want it to be. The first base thing will probably be dependent on what type of pitcher that we're facing, but I think we have capable guys over there. Tony Bullard was a high school and shortstop and third baseman. So I like when he's over there. It gives you 4, guys that were shortstops in the infield. And I think in the outfield, if you're going with Dante, Matt Frazier, and Matt Dyer, especially at this park, that's as athletic as you can hope for. So I think we'll have our best defensive team on the field tomorrow night, and hopefully that remedies a lot of it.
There are a bunch of Pac-12 teams in the top 10 in RPI so far. As the conference kind of played out the way that you thought it would?
Well, I remember when I first got the job, actually, and we were trying to catch up on all the recruiting, and I remember it would be the class of 2016 was at the area code games, and you could see all the commits that all the schools had that we knew we had to kind of get rolling and try to catch up. And we did a lot of transfer stuff year at a time, and that had really paid off well. But I'm really not surprised thinking back 3 years ago and seeing how many good players were going into the schools at the conference was going to be strong this year. I think it's as strong as it's been, since I've been here, and we're really looking forward to the challenge of that.
Do you recruit shortstops, just a bunch of shortstops on purpose for that? Just the guy, most athletic?
Yeah, we try to be balanced. I know a lot of coaches will talk about that. And I think if they can play short, it means they probably can play all over the field. I think what we're looking for is a balanced team of on offense, hitting skills, power, speed, which I think we do have all of that. Jacob, Cameron, Nick, and Tony were all high school shortstops at one point. So I think, again, now that we have our full complement of players, that this is going to really solidify itself. When we had our full complement of players through the first 6 games, the defense was a strong point. And so you're looking at an 8-game, 9-game deal where that wasn't the case. And so before I make a judgment, we're just going to continue to work on it. And now that we have those pieces in place, I anticipate us to play a lot better on defense, which we need to take the pressure off the pitching staff.
Why do you think you guys have had so much trouble with Utah, and how do you change that?
Well, the good part about that is, we have so many new players that very few of them have even remotely been a part of that, and really working hard on the mental part of making tonight or today about today. And, I haven't really thought a whole lot about it. We played them in April of last year, and none of that will have anything to do with what happens. We certainly have enough issues going on that we got to address what's going on right now with this team. And I'm really looking forward to being at home. I'm really looking forward to getting into conference play. And for me, and I really mean this, is like if you're playing any of the other 10 Pac-12 teams, it's all the same. You have to play sound baseball to win on any given night.
Will it be